Hi gang, and welcome to a special episode of Mr. Ed Makes, and in this episode I'll be talking about an artwork I did for the Art Addicts Alliance for the prompt Retro Beauty, and it got me to thinking about something really important in art, and this video is going to start out a little bit strange and then I'll kind of segue into my point. I made this light. I'm actually working on making a stand, and this is one of the legs, but it's a color changing LED strip. So I had it just setting up and on the wall next to some other artwork that I did, and I noticed something really interesting, and I've noticed this before about color changing LEDs near my artwork. Because they're textural abstracts, they have lots of different color patterns, and if you isolate those color patterns with light, the artwork becomes really dynamic, and I've always wanted to exploit this property. So when I made this artwork, I was like, oh, I want to see how this looks changing under the lights. And this work was ugly. It was on my wall. I hated it. It wasn't finished. It was just the basics of something better, you know. So in a sense, its ugliness was that it wasn't finished. It wasn't done. So it wasn't really ugly. It was just incomplete. So maybe beauty is like a mark of completeness, you know. So something can be ugly, but if you elevate it to the height of its effect, then even if it's ugly, it's still kind of beautiful, if that makes any sense. So I put this piece next to the light, and the way that it changed color and the way that the little flecks kind of disappear and then just explode, and it's almost like a camouflage. I love this piece now. It's one of my favorites. I didn't give up on it. It was ugly, it wasn't interesting at all, and I added to it. I tried to make it better, and I feel like I did. It's still really ugly, but it's ugly in a very interesting and almost beautiful way, like joli. It's an eloquent kind of ugliness. So one of the interesting things becomes when people talk about art, they often use the term beauty or beautiful. But if beauty itself is as subjective as art, I'm not sure that the two are kind of separate. I think art is beauty and beauty is art. The two, if you have an attractive aesthetic towards something and to you in your mind it appears to be art, then I think the word for that we grasp at is beauty, and we all can't agree on what's beautiful, and that's, I think, a beautiful thing. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this artwork, and if you did, please be sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell, comment, all that business. I really appreciate it so much, and until next time, you guys, take care.